a stretch of sand along Long Island, and beneath it, a secret burial ground. December 2010, police search for a missing woman and find bones. Then more bones. Then burlap sacks. Tied, rotting, stuffed with decaying female corpses. Skulls crushed. Limbs dismembered. One victim's spine snapped like driftwood. The stench was unbearable. Their last moments? Torture, fear, silence, and then nothing. For over a decade, the killer vanished. No leads, no suspects. He was a ghost, but the entire time he was right there, living in the suburbs. A married man, a father, an architect who designed buildings and mapped out murders like blueprints. He kept trophies, wrote instructions, planned it all. His name is Rex Heuermann, and the things he did are so horrifying, so calculated, you'll wish he had stayed a myth. But myths don't leave behind bones. Rex Heuermann was very real, and in 2023, the illusion finally cracked. In 2023, the Gilgo Beach murders that had haunted Long Island for over a decade finally began to unravel. He murdered at least 7 women, possibly more, over nearly 3 decades. Women who vanished into the night, women who never made it home. Then in July 2023, investigators arrested a suburban architect living a seemingly perfect family life. His name? Rex Heuermann. And the world would soon learn. Horror sometimes lives right next door. The timeline of terror stretches from 1993 to 2011. Along Long Island's Ocean Parkway, police discovered the bodies of women, sex workers, some trapped in burlap, others dismembered, left to rot in remote marshes and roadside brush. At least 11 victims. Police believed a single killer, the Gilgo Beach serial killer, was responsible. For years, the case went cold, until July 2023 when Rex Heuermann, a 59-year-old architect from Massapequa Park, was arrested. He was charged with the murders of Amber Lynn Costello, Megan Waterman, Melissa Barthelemy, and Maureen Brainard Barnes. Later, 3 more names would be added to the indictment: Sandra Costello, Jessica Taylor, and Valerie Mack. A chilling total of 7 murder charges. Heuermann, who commuted to Manhattan and lived in a modest home with his wife and kids, was the last person anyone suspected, but investigators linked his Chevrolet Avalanche to witness reports. Then came a crucial break. His cell phone data matched pings from key victim locations. They retrieved a discarded pizza crust from his trash. His mitochondrial DNA matched a hair found on one of the victims. That's when the floodgates opened. Inside his home, authorities found a disturbing cache: 27 computers, 58 hard drives, piles of memory cards and CDs. Deleted files were recovered, some containing detailed plans for abduction, torture, and murder. Investigators called them murder blueprints. Notes included victim lists, methods, and fantasies written in calculated clinical language. One document contained this phrase repeated over and over: no mercy, no emotion. All of the victims had disappeared between 1996 and 2011. 4 of them, Brainard Barnes, Costello, Waterman, and Barthelemy, were found close together in December 2010, wrapped in burlap along Gilgo Beach. Years later, through forensic genealogy, the remaining victims were identified. Many had been sex workers, some had been missing for years before their bodies were found. For over a decade, their cases remained unsolved. In court, Heuermann showed little emotion. He pleaded not guilty. His home was searched for weeks, including a suspected basement kill room. Neighbors were horrified. His daughter reportedly wept for days. His wife filed for divorce immediately after the arrest. The public reaction was chilling. A man who had lived a double life for decades, an ordinary neighbor hiding the most monstrous of secrets. Experts now say Heuermann used burner phones, encrypted browsers, and tracked the investigations online for years, always staying one step ahead. This case is one of the most disturbing in modern American history, not just for its brutality, but for how long it remained hidden. A killer hiding in plain sight, a respected professional, a father, a neighbor. By day, he blended in perfectly. By night, he became something else entirely. The Rex Heuermann case reminds us of something darker than fiction. True horror doesn't always come from shadows. Sometimes it lives across the street, waiting, watching, and planning. He walked among them, quiet, ordinary, invisible. A husband, a father, an architect. But behind his eyes, something ancient, something empty, watched the world without empathy. Rex Heuermann wasn't a creature from a nightmare. He was a man with keys, a schedule, a smile. And yet he allegedly tortured, strangled and wrapped women in burlap like trash, left them to rot beside a road, and then went home to eat dinner with his kids. No one knew they were missing until it was too late. Because the truth is, real killers don't stand out, they don't lurk in shadows. They shop where you shop, work where you work, and sometimes they live right next door. The monsters we fear most aren't hiding in the dark, they're walking in daylight, and they know exactly what they're doing.